That's not right. Oh my. What have I got to do? Let's see what I've done wrong. There we go. Now let me turn this around. There we go. I hung my flag. This is from Flags of Valor. And I had this done. It was made by a veteran. And I thought it was appropriate to show it this morning since tomorrow we're going to be talking about Independence Day. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back around and put me up here. Sorry it was so shaky. Well, that's wrong. I got to flip it upside down. There we go. Rotate your phone. Don't do that. There we go. Anyway, let me get in my seat. Whew. My microphone's all tangled up. Hello from Mebane, North Carolina. Texas, where it's hot. It's hot everywhere right now. My hair needs a little fixing. Still a little wet, so it's not poofing like I like for it to. Anyway, here we are, another day. That's not working. Sync Reflections is backwards. Let me try it again. Boop. There we go. There, it's right. Hot in Ohio too. It's hot everywhere. Oh. Now, I've been playing with showing you my flag. I'm happy to get it hung. It may need to go a little higher, but right now I like where it is. So we've been going over things in Sync Reflections. Yesterday I read you some of the back cover about the bed and breakfast. And, the first chapter in the book is your first baby step. And that's shining your sink. Shining your sink. And those of you, how many of you have a shiny sink this morning? It's a bad hair day. Man, that's a little better. How many of you have a shiny sink today? Oh yeah, I just cut the top of my head off. This last night at midnight, I started moving furniture. I thought my husband was gonna die. I didn't ask him for help. He said, "I'm going to bed. People don't move furniture at midnight." And I said, "Well, I want to get up and I want to get started in the morning, and to do that, I want a different chair to sit in." So I have a red recliner, which I've never reclined in it, that was really dusty. So I had to take the rubber scrubber to my red recliner and get it. It's this color red too, the color of my couch. And I had to get it dusted off and put in my place where I usually sit. I needed something a little more. I may have to move this chair. Now this chair has a lot of history to it. This chair has been in my husband's family forever. This chair probably came over on the Mayflower. It was, it's when we recovered it the last time, or the time before last, my mother-in-law recovered it, and she said they told her it could not be recovered anymore. And that was because the wooden base was so full of nails. I mean, nails from several centuries. Square hand forged nails. I wish I'd have saved them. They were amazing nails, but I'll never forget them. Square hand forged nails. And they were just absolutely, the history was in that chair. Uh, Family lore has it that 8 people have died sitting in this chair. I would be honored, to be part of that tradition. It is. This is a beautiful chair. It's covered in a light green, which is more oriental looking, an oriental fabric, but it doesn't work for right here. I feel like I'm looking down. Where's my magic wand? There it is. Anyway, this chair is it's comfortable. I think there's a cushion missing from it, which I need to make for it. And but my back is straight in this chair and it feels good. So that's why I thought I would put my recliner. The soft, cushy chair has not been good for my posture. I found my shoulders slipping over, and I just want to sit straighter and not have any neck pain whatsoever. Hi from Egypt. I missed you a couple of days ago. Okay, so we're looking at Synchroflex. This is a first edition, printed by Fly Lady Press, and I only have a few of these left. But it's been through a lot. But where we begin, it starts with that shiny sink, y'all. That's where it starts, and then it migrates around the house because when your kitchen is clean, you don't mind cooking. You don't mind getting in there and making cupcakes with the kids. You don't put off doing things because the kitchen is messy. When the kitchen is clean, it makes you happy. I don't know why it makes us happy, but it does. Now, this is my feather duster. Now, we have, here we are in a new month, and I posted a testimonial yesterday, probably goes out today sometime. But every room, if you did a swish and swipe in every room, so let's think about, that's our habit of the month right now is swish and swipe. It's a great way to keep our bathroom always company ready. It's a wonderful way to just stay on top of things. It's a 30-second little job that keeps you from ever having to see dirt again. It really does work that way. And let's just look at what could you do in your bedroom that's a swish and swipe. Simple little swish and swipe in your bedroom is make your bed. What's a swish and swipe in the living room? It's clear off your coffee table. Yesterday, I was putting away some candlesticks that I had left out during Christmas. There were pine cones that looked kind of heavy for summer. And I was putting the candles away in a drawer, and the candlesticks went down to the basement with Christmas stuff. And I found these beautiful prism-like crystals. There were candlesticks that I'd got in an auction years ago that I love, but they've been in a drawer. So I pulled them out, put some white candles in them, got my favorite hand-blown glass bowl that I got in an auction that's numbered and just absolutely beautiful. Sometimes I float flowers in it. And then put it on my coffee table. It looks beautiful. So setting up an area that would collect clutter and putting something pretty there stops you from doing that. Now, how do you swish and swipe your kitchen? Make sure your dishwasher's empty so that there's a place to put your dirty dishes. If you don't have a dishwasher, get a dustpan, not a dustpan, a dishpan, or just a little Rubbermaid bin and put under your kitchen sink. Now you may have to get rid of some things that are under that sink, some cleaning stuff and different things that you don't use often, to make room for that dishpan under the sink. Just put it under the sink, and then you can put your dirty dishes there, and then when it's time to wash them, you can set it in the sink. You can wash your dishes, rinse them, dry them, and then when you're washing your dishes, that washes out the container the dirty dishes have been in, and wow, you're getting rid of stuff. You're using stuff, and you're going to get rid of things that would cause ants to come. So clean things out. Hey, Karen. Hey, Lynn. My sister has written a book called Hidden Treasures, and go find it on Amazon. It's a great summer read for you. It's a fun read. She wrote it with her daughter, Jessica, who is a typical flybaby. And she also put it with her friend Ken Hartley, who is an amazing writer. He's written a lot of books about Disney, and he's a music director, and he tours the world with Governor Huckabee and sings in wonderful places in Israel. So look Ken up on YouTube and listen to his voice and some amazing things. But the book is Hidden Treasures. Now, go check it out. I forgot to tell my sister I was going live, and Leah. So that's why there's nobody here to field your questions, because I forget. I get so anxious to come and talk to my Red Chair friends that I just forget to tell somebody else I'm going live. Now, doing a swish and swipe in each room, your house is going to look good. My goal this July is to wet mop my floors every day. And guess what? With this mop, all I do is wet it, just a little wet, and run it over the floors, and it picks up everything. Then I take it outside and shake it, and I can run some water over the top of it, and I think by the end of the month I'll have such clean floors it won't even be funny. So check out my sister's book, Hidden Treasures, and you'll get it in a couple of days. It's print on demand, so go get it. It's in Kindle too. You can get it immediately. Check it out. Her name's Patty Newland, and she'd probably get all embarrassed that I'm telling y'all to look at it. But it's a fun read, and it's something that can happen to you. Now, yesterday I was listening to somebody, don't know who it was, but when we learn something, when we get something, and we've got some wonderful people on here. We've got Conda and Karen, and they're mentors. They are mentors to a lot of people, and they are doing what I'm getting ready to talk about. When you get something that you're good at, like keeping your house in order, the best way to keep that habit going is to teach somebody else. Do you hear me? Reach out and teach somebody else. You can't. I know who I heard the other day. I was listening to a preacher on TV Sunday night, and he talked about when you have something wonderful come to you, You can't hold it. I mean, what song did we learn as kids about let your light shine? Let your light shine. So you don't hide it under a bushel. No. You let your light shine and share it with the world. You share it with the world. And you teach others. And that's what we've got to do. Once we get this system down and it becomes automatic for you, you have to share it with others. And you're going to be so surprised at how you stay consistent with it if you're teaching it. Just all droopy. Now maybe that'll do better. There we go. If we take credit cards, you can mail order us, you can send us a mail order, all that stuff. Somebody's asking me that question privately. Main thing is, if you want to place an order and use PayPal, you'll need to contact orders@flylady.net, and Kathy can take care of that for you. Stop worrying about the camera stuff. Well, it's hard to do. I want to look nice for everybody. And my clothes are getting a little baggy, and I'm not ready to buy new clothes. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. I like this shirt. It's a new shirt. But I still keep looking in, my old size. I'm not ready to change to a different size yet. It's just how it is. So share with others. Once you get it inside of you, you can't hide it. You've got to share it with others. And that's your gift to the world, is blessing others with yourself. I'm not worried about perfection. I just don't want to look sloppy or sloven. So I know I could be here I have been here in my jammies one time. Let's see, what was it? One day last week, I was on pretty early, and I was getting ready to go to a wedding, and I didn't want to put my wedding clothes on before I got on camera, so I got on here with my house dress on. I hadn't made the potato salad yet. Not yet. Hadn't made it. Might not do it. We'll see. Anyway, you just have to share yourself with others. You can't hold it inside, because it keeps you more accountable. Why do you think I did the body clutter stuff with you last month? It kept me accountable. Now today is the first day I've had breakfast, and this morning I was craving eggs. Don't know why, but I just felt the need for some eggs, and I got some eggs in me. Some fried eggs. Not really fried, but just sort of simmered a little bit. And they were really good. And I probably won't be hungry for the rest of the day. I've cut back on my water a little. I'm just going to try something different this month. But sharing yourself with others, because your house isn't pulling at you nonstop, is a good way to bless other people. What do you think I did? When somebody asked me to set up an email group, this email group that I started many years ago, I didn't even think twice about it. I just did it. Good for you, Tamara. Tamara and I go back a long way. We've been friends for a long time. There's somebody from Fly Lady sending out notifications, sending out stuff. Anyway, I love you all so much. And because my house was in order, I was able to jump out and do stuff. I mean, do some things that I never thought I would be able to do, ever in a million years. was get on here and talk to you every day, live. I mean, 2 months ago, I didn't think I could do it every day. But I've gone almost 65 days doing it. And it's become routine. Imagine that. It's routine. I'll never forget, one time I got interviewed by a reporter from the Sacramento Bee. And she had a messy desk. And she said to me, I made the comment that when you establish these habits and string them into routines, your house practically cleans itself. And she called me a bold-faced liar. And you don't call this Southern girl a liar without getting a little tensed up. And so I said, okay, well, let me explain it to you. You get up in the morning, your feet hit the floor, you make your bed as fast as you can. You go to the bathroom, you swish and swipe. You grab a load of laundry, go put it in the wash machine. Bam. Your bathroom looks good, your bedroom looks good, laundry's going. She says, well, I've been making my bed for 35 years. And I said, see? She said, sometimes I don't even realize I've done it. And I thought, there. There, you got it. You understand. But you called me a liar. You don't call this Southern girl a liar. These habits, strung into routines, change our lives. That's the thing I learned that very first day. That very first day of shining my sink was that I had never established a habit. I put 2 and 2 together and realized my 2 and 2 didn't add up to 4 because I didn't have any habits. So I set out to establish habits. Now, psychologists tell us it takes 21 days to establish a habit. They lie. You know why? Because they don't know us. They don't know how ingrained our perfectionism is. They don't have a clue because with our personalities, we have the tendency, if we miss a day, to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I can't do it right. I'll never be able to do it right. Why should I even try? You've all heard it. You've heard it over and over again. So that day I set out to get organized, I realized that I was the meanest person in the world to me. So I made another resolution. The secret is not to get everyone in the house involved. I want to disagree with you that. It doesn't matter if anybody in the house is going to do it. It doesn't matter. You can do it by yourself. Military wives have to do it by themselves. Over-the-road truck drivers' wives have to do it by themselves. You don't need anybody else in the house to do it. Robert doesn't help me clean. Now, he does his own thing, but I don't need him to clean because I can do it all by myself. Now, he does change the kitty litter and do that sort of thing because it gets to me, but we don't need them to get on board with this because that's going to be an excuse for you. If they don't get on board, you're going to feel like you're a failure, and you're not because you can do it without any of their help. I'm going to get the head shake going here. We have to stay focused on what we can do. Now, if it's one of your children's jobs to empty the dishwasher and put away the dishes, and they're not doing it on a timely schedule, then you need to take back that job. Because that's the key to your kitchen always looking nice. You take back that job, give them something else, taking out the trash. You can come up with a lot of different things for them to do. But if their job is standing in the way of you flying, then you need to take it back. And you need to do it right quick. Keeping that kitchen clean, having the sink shiny, is just the beginning. It's just the beginning of a wonderful, I got to get rid of some wonderful things that are going to be happening in your life. Now, that 21 days that psychologists tell us, when we miss a day now, we don't beat ourselves up about it. We think, wow, we were having some fun that day. We accept that we missed a day, and then we jump back in. You know, give yourself a star on your calendar. Just because you missed a day doesn't make it any less better. And love yourself for being that consistent. Find the silver lining to what's going on in your life. And you're going to be loving yourself. When you love yourself, you don't beat yourself up. This isn't a stick. This is a thing to get rid of the notifications on my computer without having to get real close to the camera. Robert made this for me. He whittled it for me. It feels good too. And then he had to put a wire right down the middle. He had to cut a Dremel hole and fill it with epoxy. Now, the beauty of not trying to force Fly Lady, I got to tell another story. I was in Nashville at a homeschooling conference, and we had the booth all set up, and it has a big banner. It said, "Are you living in chaos?" And this man walks by, and he says to me, "Fly Lady, you're a 4-letter word in our home." And I told my wife, if she ever mentioned you again, that was the end. And I thought, wow, what's up with that? And he said, everything she said was something you wanted us to do. And it just really got to me. And I said, I want to apologize. And he looked at me like, you've lost your mind now. And I said, that's not what I teach people to do. I teach people they can do it by themselves. They don't need you jumping on board. And I tell them not to declutter your stuff because that's your stuff. Now, I want you to get it corralled somewhere in the house. My husband's got his office in the basement. He has the whole basement. I have a line of shelves that I can store things in. He has the garage. He has all of outside. So, yeah, he's got plenty of places to put his stuff. He has the table by his chair. He has bookcases. And all I do is keep the rest of it looking good. The one thing you have to keep in mind is when you miss a day, you're not behind. Jump in right where we are. Now, that man that told me I was a 4-letter word in his house, he eventually said, we need Fly Lady back. And I said, oh, there's Miss Emma. She's from the UK. She's a mentor too. Now, if you need somebody to hold your hands, go check out FlyLadyPremium.com. And my nephew built this company. He took an idea and he thought some people just need some accountability. And that's what the mentors do. They help you. Karen and Conda and Emma, they all help you do this. We have lots of ways to help you. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are just so sweet. Anyway, I've been talking for 30 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun with your red chair friends. Well, I love you all. We got things to do today. I got to get some work done so I can watch fireworks tomorrow night and not have to work. And be kind to yourself. Don't take on so much. When you are kind to yourself, you don't fill your calendar up with appointments all the time. You set a day each week that you're going to do something outside that is over and above what you do every week. You just be kind to yourself. I love you all. Go check out my sister's book, Hidden Treasures, on Amazon. It's fun. It's a good summer read. You'll be crying by the end of it. It is just touching. But the thing that's happening in that book is the same thing that I found when I got organized. The thing that a lot of people have found. They find their life's calling. And I know you don't believe me, but it's there. All you have to do is get rid of the clutter that's surrounding you. You hear me? You can do it. So everybody go shine your sink and let's have a good day. Put a smile on your face and have some fun. There's the book. Love you all. Thank the Lord for the little spelunkers in Thailand that were found. That happened yesterday while we were on the show, and they hadn't got them out yet. But so let's continue to pray for those children and their coach, and let's just keep them in your hearts and prayers. And it's gonna be a good thing. I can't wait till they get to be with their mommies. I love you all. Bye.